Actually, this is The Guardian, and it's a story about universities declaring that they are going to stop grade inflation and cut back the awarding of firsts and 2-1s by perhaps 25% to pre-pandemic levels. You see, the proof's in the pudding. I suspect it will never happen because the sad truth is that education is now a competitive resource. And universities, the institutions, are competing for trade. And it's perfectly rational, perfectly reasonable that students will go to the universities where they are more likely to get a first or a 2-1. That's what's happened over the last couple of decades, and I don't see how that's going to be reversed just by making a statement saying that it should happen.
Well, it was accelerated, but I didn't know these figures. 38% of undergraduates
Startling.
in 2021, 38% were awarded a first. And that's more than double the 16% that was 10 years ago. So that's 29% just for... But like you say, so this grade inflation thing was happening pre-pandemic. It went from 16 to 29%. And I'm sure that coincided exactly, like you said, with people now paying, getting into debt to some cases hundreds of thousand pounds of money. But still, to 38% if everybody... getting a first. And I feel...
Devalues the degree to such a degree.
It's ridiculous. And the people I feel sorry for, 18, 19-year-olds, of course, this was their year. They graduate from school. They're into university. And then suddenly everything's shut down. And now they're going to be told, oh, by the way, not only that happened, but by the time you get to graduate, your degree is probably going to be less than someone who kind of went through it. So
I think an entire generation has been fleeced. I think it's entirely wrong, disgusting. I haven't got any answers, sadly, but I think an entire generation has been defrauded of a large amount of money. Yeah. And so often now as well, with so many degrees being, frankly, of little value, the best degrees still get you the higher life expectancy and indeed the higher earning potential. But so many Mickey Mouse degrees are now given out and people walk away with these qualifications and gain no benefit. I think if I was...
Well, I did get on GBNews, so to be fair,
if I was advising
a little bit.
An 18-year-old, I would tell them to seriously consider whether they should perhaps go straight into business, commerce, or learn a trade rather than investing an obscene amount of money in a degree that potentially doesn't.
That's why I tell my kids do something, find the passion that you like.
Extrapolate that forwards. If we follow these figures, give it another 20 or 30 years, everyone not only will have a first, they'll also have a doctorate, and you'll have one person who went, oh, I didn't go and do this. It'll be like life will be like that scene in Spies Like Us where the doctors meet the other doctors. This is why you don't need to worry about the Mr. and Mrs. titles anymore. Everyone's going to be a doctor in the future.
That would be wonderful, of course, if the education was of the quality that you're assuming that implies. But tragically, it's never going to get devalued.
Spies Like Us reference in any other TV.
That's true.
Well done, mate.